What's going on, everyone? It's me back again with some more Total Extreme Wrestling local to global with the Mojo Wrestling Federation. And we have some pretty big plans for this episode. So I'm going to keep playing until we get to 17 popularity, or at least 17 popularity. After that, I'm not sure. We might keep going this episode. We might take a look at the roster and do kind of a review and see who's going to be sticking around for the foreseeable future. Last month we made $1,225, and yeah, that was mainly because we had a tag team main event and we had Charles Crowley show up to manage, even though he wasn't wrestling. And yeah, not a bad show. So in between episodes, I was asking some questions to some people on the Fantasy Bookers Reddit to see what they thought about some of the features in this game, and specifically using generic venues. And I noticed I think it's Curb Stomp City, they pretty much only use generic venues at the moment. There isn't enough venues to populate England for these smaller companies, so I guess for the time being, we're going to be using these generic venues just because we're expected way more in the audience that actually show up because the venue sells out every single time. Which is a negative and a good thing, I suppose. Right, we have... Okay, so there's no KAW show this month, for some reason. But there isn't... Oh, TNT is still around as well, I forgot about them. But yeah. We are going to have our show, most likely, on Friday the 8th for this month, so I'm going to change that. The 8th. And yeah, we have some morale problems. I get it's mainly because people were being left off shows, but because of the pop growth limit that we get every month, it's kind of difficult to get everyone on one show and make money. So hopefully when we get up to the next size, we can do 2 shows a month, and then we can get more people on a show a month, which means hopefully this morale issue will eventually be less of a problem. But yeah. But this month we have, this episode we're going to have a few shows as usual. Hopefully within 2 shows we'll be up to the next level. If not, who knows. But yeah, I will see you guys at our first show of the episode. Okay, we are back. Right, we're back. It is show day. However, there's one thing I needed to do before the show, and it's something that I kind of forgot to do in previous episodes. So, there hasn't been a whole lot of indie shows, like just random indie shows that show up. So my plan is, I want to get people more experience outside of my company, and because TNT is the only British company other than KAW, and obviously ours, I want to make sure that kind of every single area is going to have frequent indie shows. And that's because there's a lot of rookies that are generating, a lot of them suck, and the only way they're all going to get better is by actually wrestling. So I'm setting this to frequent all the way around. And yeah, also we might have a few problems. Our economy is average, and the wrestling industry is also average, which isn't great. But yeah, it is show day. I have made one signing. I'm going to have a quick chat with him now. This is Greg Burridge. He is a head trainer at the London School of Lucha Libre, apparently. He is I think he's no longer a wrestler. He's a retired wrestler. And we brought him in because, one, he is cheap as hell to pay, and two, he can potentially be a road agent because he's got pretty good psychology experience, reputation, and all that stuff. And once we eventually get a broadcast deal, he could do colour commentary as well, hopefully. So I'm going to have a quick chat with him and see whether he'd be willing to do any of those things. So would you be a road agent? Thank God. How about a colour commentary? Even better. So, oh yeah, he's also a decent enough talker, so he could probably be a manager of some sort as well at some point. I'm pretty sure he can be a heel. He's a bully, which kind of sucks, apparently. Well, in the game, he's a bully. Don't know what he's like in real life. Never met the guy. But yeah, he is going to be one of our new road agent for the time being. He is just as good as Eddie Dennis. If we look here, they're basically identical. When you just need psychology and experience, basically, and oh, that's not the right one. They're basically the same, and that gives Eddie Dennis the option to actually appear on shows, not as a road agent. That could be interesting. I mean, I don't know if I will do that yet, but yeah. Yeah, we're going to get right onto the actual show. Well, Kylie Ray is in TNA. I forgot about that. Actually, she wasn't in TNA, was she? Why is she in TNA now? Oh well. So, giving people the night off, I don't ever bother with this because it doesn't really do anything. We're going to pick a generic venue because we're expected 156 fans. Booking team meetings, we have 151 points. So I am going to get a couple of character ideas. Oh, fine. Oh, great. One more. They're all bigger gambles. Perfect. That didn't go well. Locker room incidents. Courtney Bruce is back, and she's friends with Charlene Carville, which is great because they're the two rookies that I signed in the first year. And Amale is once again causing issues. I'll give a stern warning. And Eddie Dennis is training the woman and the man. Several people have said that Malik and Ryan Carter have been hanging out recently. Great. And that is it. We're going to adjust the locker room, and this is an awkward thing. I never realised this, even though it basically says here. I've been doing open forums for months to try and give people a morale boost, and it gives penalties to the backstage atmosphere. So I'm going to not do that unless I have basically like the entire roster is sad. So instead, I am going to pull a rib on someone this time who is unhappy. See if we can get them in a better mood by doing a silly little rib on them. I don't want to do it to... Oh, you know what? We'll do it to Livy Grace because... Oh, nice. She even took it in good humour. Because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with Livy Grace. But yeah, it is now showtime. We've got some creative ideas. Got quite a few character ideas. They're all gambles. Brilliant. Yeah. We're also going to go through some of them ideas just to see if we can get anything. Cameron Kai, let's see, we've got Will Just Work. It was a success, thank God. Who else can we use one on, just for now? Who is the angriest? Lucian Phillips. Damn it, now he's even angrier. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to annoy any more people. But yeah, we are now going to book this show, and we'll see how this one goes. We might have a men's title match. We're gonna have we're gonna have a men's title match definitely. Other than that, I don't really know. But yeah, let's get right into this and see what we can come up with. So we have every single match planned for this show. We only have 4 matches once again. We have match number 4 of Kira Chimera versus Nightshade. Hopefully, Chimera can actually get a win this time. We have Danny Black versus Brady Phillips in the start of the show. We have Jim Hunter versus Maverick Mayhew in the semi-main event. And we end with Lucian Phillips versus Charles Crowley for the British Championship. But yeah, we've got a couple segments as well, but we'll get to those as they happen. Everything looks good. We are going to start the show with a 25 rated match. Danny Black's performances are finally getting up there, which is good. He's into the 40s now. And he's defeated Brady Phillips by a pinfall in 14 minutes 32 seconds. Gets the show off to a strong start. But yeah, this was a good match. A little bit dragged in the middle because I don't think they have psychology, either of them, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? They're still relatively young, inexperienced wrestlers. Well, Brady Phillips, I'm not too sure about. Danny Black definitely is. So hopefully, as time goes by, all of that will change. But yeah, a pretty decent way to start the show. Up next, we have another promo with Nightshade coming out to the ring, stating once again that she has not been given the opportunities that she deserves and she demands a match tonight. When Kira Chimera then comes out to the ring and she says that Nightshade needs to stop acting like an immature child. She's already Queen of the Ring and the Women's Champion, so she's got nothing to prove. Whilst Chimera has it all to prove, she challenges Nightshade to a match right now, which is accepted. And in a 37 rated match, it ends in a draw after 13 minutes, following a double countout. So yeah, it isn't a win for either of them. Kira Chimera is getting a bit better since she's drew this match. I'm joking. But, yeah, there are 2 best women wrestlers. They just are at the moment. So that's kind of what I've been going with to get this storyline, keep it going, kind of. So, Nightshade. We're going to end this. It's going to end in sort of a wild brawl outside the ring as they kind of, I guess, let their frustrations get the better of them, and eventually the ref just has no choice but to count them both out. This was a non-title match, by the way, because if you remember correctly, earlier on in the save, Kira Chimera was banned from challenging Nightshade for the title because Nightshade beat her too many times, and she was sick of it. So yeah. Up next, we have Jim Hunter versus Maverick Mayhew. This is our storytelling match. Yeah, it was kind of probably held back a bit because it is a storytelling match without a storyline, so they're not as good. Still decent enough as Jim Hunter hits a swanton to defeat Maverick Mayhew. He might need a new finisher move now he's a heel. I have to take a look at that later. But yeah, Jim Hunter gets a 35, Maverick Mayhew gets a 28, which is a decent performance. And the rating itself is 29. And then, after the match, Jim Hunter, he's already defeated him. He goes outside the ring once again and he grabs a chair. He rolls back in and then hits Maverick Mayhew on the back with it multiple times before referees can stop him. The segment would end with Hunter basically hugging a steel chair at the audience with a kind of deranged look on his face. Interesting. what is going on with Jim Hunter. Obviously, he turned heel and attacked his brother on the last show. But yeah, we need to see what's going on with this storyline in the future. We need to get Joseph Connors back involved at some point. Yeah. And then we come to the main event. In a good match, Lucian Phillips has defeated Charles Crowley with a Psycho Driver 2, and he makes defense number 5 of the MWF British Championship. Lucian Phillips is still struggling to keep up a little bit with the new guys that we've signed. I say new, they've been here about 7 months now, but the more, I guess, technical wrestlers is what I meant to say. And yeah, so Charles Crowley gets a 43 in-ring performance. He is our most popular guy at the moment, and I just thought this would be a decent main event. But Lucian Phillips still gets the win, and Charles Crowley is unsuccessful this time. But yeah, Lucian Phillips was off his game once again. Probably stamina. And then, to end the show, we have Danny Black. He comes out to the ring holding the All or Nothing briefcase in hand. And he says that whilst Lucian Phillips has been impressive as champion over the last year, it's time for the era of Danny Black to begin. He says that at the next show, MWF Live 20, he's going to cash in his All or Nothing briefcase and challenge Lucian Phillips in the main event. And he is going to be leaving with the British Championship. Phillips says that Danny Black should consider himself lucky that he doesn't destroy him right now, and that he will be ready for him. But yeah, that's the main event for the next show. It's going to be Danny Black versus Lucian Phillips for the British title. And instead of randomly cashing it in like he would a Money in the Bank briefcase, Danny Black has decided that at the 20th MWF Live show, he is going to challenge him in the main event. And yeah, the overall show rating is a 33. It's not one of our best shows, but this was just kind of a storyline show, just to get all the stories going. We needed something. Not too bad though. We are going to address the locker room, and I am going to give Charles Crowley a great performance, and Nightshade is another great performance. Financial report. We lost $16. God damn it, how dare we? I'm joking. Popularity recap, we are up to a 16, which means potentially after the next show we are going to be the next level of company. We're going to be a tiny company instead of an insignificant one. That changes everything. Not really, but it does, and it does and it doesn't at the same time. Yeah. So I am going to jump forward to the next show. If anything happens in between, I'll let you guys know. Obviously, everything on this show was road agented by Greg Burridge. He did a great job. And yeah, Tessa Blanchard is causing trouble as usual. Who would have thought? I just love seeing these random stories that pop up, and I'm like, yep, makes sense. What else is going on? So our show was very positive, which is good. So yeah, we had a pretty decent show there. And hopefully, do we have anyone available to be any of these yet? No. Any enforcers? No. Morale officer? I don't ever do that. Nobody's good. Okay, nobody's good at anything, it seems. Great. But yeah, we lost $16. We're still up in the cash performance this month. And yeah, hopefully we'll make a decent profit. So I'm going to jump forward to the next show. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And yeah, we're going to get to MWF 20, which is in 41 days. I think at that point, it will almost be a year since Lucian Phillips has won the British Championship. It has almost been a year since Nightshade won it, since she won the Women's Championship. So, yeah. And it's been over a year since we've had a Queen of the Ring. So, yeah, we're going to jump forward to the next show, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, it is MWF 20 show day. And I might have booked this one day too late, which kind of sucks, because as you can see here, we have lost 2 of our wrestlers. And, yeah. So we have Blake. He has, he's gone. He's had a few matches, he's had a few indie shows. And, oh wow. Since I've turned indie shows on, there's already been 2 of them. Brilliant. Exactly what I wanted. But yeah, Blake, he just was pulling his weight with everyone else. He couldn't keep up. Same with Livy Grace. She, her match ratings with us were not the best. Even here, when she's fighting people like Kira Chimera, still just not really doing too well. So yeah, both of them people have left the company. I'm not going to go onto the main page this time because I have signed one wrestler. And I don't want to spoil anything. Apart from the fact that there is, in fact, a wrestler there. Who is kind of new. But yeah, we are going to get onto the show itself. And yeah. I'm already thinking of some big plans for when we get to the what's the word? For when we get to the next level. I'm not going to give people the time off away. We're going to once again use a generic venue because we're expected. Oh no, use a generic venue because we're expected 166 people. We have a booking meeting. And we have 102 points, so we're going to try for a create finish good, because we might need one of them tonight, and we'll get character idea as well. Safe bet, brilliant. And it's for Nightshade, which is even better. Locker room incidents. Blake has turned up, requested to be allowed to hang out backstage. You know what? Sure, why not, Blake? Oh, Danny Black and Shirley Hurst are seeing each other. That's pretty cool. Shirley Hurst isn't a real person. I don't think. She is a randomly generated wrestler who isn't too bad. Mike Bird has been passing tips on selling to his protege, Shirley Hurst, which is good because, my God, she needs to get better. And Eddie Dennis is training people, as usual. We're going to address the locker room and we're going to inspire today because we need a big show. Not that one. We just need a big show. Yeah, we're going to book the show itself, and I will see you guys once we are ready. We are ready for the show to begin. It's taking a little while. I've actually been researching some wrestlers as well in the recent times, and yeah, trying to figure out who I can sign, what I can do with some wrestlers. Because I'll be honest, I don't know the most about the indies in the UK, which kind of sucks, but I need to learn more. But yeah, we have 4 matches once again. We have Malik versus Joseph Connors kicking off the show, and we have a women's triple threat match. It's Kira Chimera versus Amale versus Courtney Bruce. The co-main event is going to be Mike Bird versus Joe Lando, and then we're going to have 3 segments for the main event. Hopefully they're all good. Or just one thing, actually. I want to end the storyline. That's going to be the end of this storyline. Okay, so let's get started. The show starts with Joseph Connors coming to the ring slowly with some deranged smirk on his face, focused as ever as he makes his way to the ring. He laughs and says he has proven time and time and again that he is the best and he will stop at nothing to be the best. And today will be no exception. He will defeat whoever he is facing and prove he is once again destined for greatness. Then we get to the match itself, and oh my god, this is not what I was expecting. Malik gets an in-ring performance of 39 and Joseph Connors gets a 41. Jesus Christ. That's impressive. Matt, the rating is only a 34 because there's no storyline involved, however, but we just need matches sometimes. Joseph Connors wins in 11 minutes 50 seconds with an all she wrote. And yeah, we're in front of 172 people, which is our highest attendance yet, thank God, for our biggest show ever. And yeah, this could be the one that takes us to the next level. Please, I really want that to happen. Then the next segment, we have a decent triple threat match. Amale wins, pinning Courtney Bruce with a spinning reverse STO. Courtney Bruce was the weak link. Of course she was. But yeah. But Amale kicked up before the show. She wanted to win. Well, she didn't want to lose. So, yeah. This is the best I could do. I wanted Kira Chimera to win again after the last show, but unfortunately couldn't happen, and I didn't want to ruin this match by having two rookies versus Amale. So, yeah, that sucks, but what can you do? Then we have, oh my god, another great match. And this is the start of a new storyline. It's called The Rise of the Dragon. About had great wrestling, a decent reaction from the crowd. Mike Bird defeats Joe Lando in 14 minutes by a pinfall with a frog splash following interference from Shirley Hurst. And yeah, so Shirley Hurst, she is obviously Mike Bird's protege. I think she trained at his wrestling school or a Welsh wrestling school, so that's why it just kind of made sense. It just happened. Which is good, because it is exactly what I wanted to happen, but yeah. So Mike Bird gets a 45 in-ring performance, and Joe Lando gets a 36. This match was good. In a 37 rated segment. Then we have the main event. So Olivia makes her way to the ring to announce the main event of the show. She introduces Danny Black and Lucien Phillips in the ring. She says that MWF is a show to remember, as Danny Black is going to be cashing in his contract for a title match right now. He hands Olivia the briefcase and Olivia leaves the ring to let the wrestlers start the match. It's not the best segment, but it's mainly because they were just kind of standing there, not doing much. Olivia did all the talking because she's the best talker out of the three. And yeah. Now, hopefully, this main event match is decent. It's got a creative finish. Danny Black's performances have been great recently. He's getting up into the 40s. Lucien Phillips is Lucien Phillips, so it might drag it back slightly. I'm joking. But yeah. Oh my god, this is so much better than I thought it'd be. In a bout that had great wrestling and good heat, Danny Black has defeated Lucien Phillips in 12 minutes 56 seconds by submission. And Danny Black is your new British champion. And yeah, the inspiration before the show and the creative finish, just took this match over the edge to a 43 rated segment. Oh my god. That might be one of our best ever matches. I'm going to look after this show. Pretty sure it's one of, if not the best. And yeah. Wow, what a way to end the show. Except you see here, it says next segment, so there's one more thing. Here's Danny Black's celebration. In a 39 rated segment, we have Danny Black is celebrating in the ring, holding the British Championship, when he goes to Lucian Phillips to shake his hand, which the champ was going to accept. However, whilst this is happening, two people run in from backstage wearing black hoodies and blindside both of them, beating Danny Black and Lucian Phillips both down. And eventually they lower their heads to reveal it's Eddie Dennis and the Wild Boar. Crowd are silent and confused as what's just happened. Why are these two people randomly attacking Danny Black and Lucian Phillips? Well, it turns out Mike Bird and his protege Shirley Hurst, I spelled her name wrong there, but who doesn't matter, make her way out to the ring, applauding the two men for their work. The show then ends with Mike Bird getting into the ring, grabbing the British Championship and holding it high. So, yeah, that's the end of the show. We're going to look at these gimmick changes. Eddie Dennis is the Pride of Wales, sorry. He can be penalised against comedy stuff. And Wild Boar is a man beast who's just an offbeat, unstable, crazy man. And yeah, that's how we end the show. That's how we end the show, with Mike Bird holding the British Championship high. In a 41 rated show. With one of our best ever shows, I'd say. Like, match quality wise. And yeah, that was not what I was expecting. I was not expecting a 43 rated match out of Danny Black and Lucian Phillips, but damn. I'm going to address the locker room. I'm going to say to Lucian Phillips, give him a hug, because he is now the former champ. And I'm also going to give Malik a hug as what a great performance, because my god, he was so much better than I thought he'd be. Financial report, we lost $122, but we were paying more wrestlers on this show. And yeah, we're still making money though, which is good. And is today the day? We're going to find out. No. God damn it. We're going to have to do one more show to level up, and that's going to suck. That's annoying. I was so ready for this to be the show, but it's not. Ruined everything. Oh well. Next show we will be a 17. I'm certain. But yeah, that was the end of that show. We're going to do one more show, and hopefully it'll be the one to take us over the edge. And yeah. But my god, we're starting to get some good performances. Some of the wrestlers that I have tried to build up are actually getting good now as well. So I did not expect that performance out of Malik, and I definitely did not expect that performance from Lucian Phillips and Danny Black at the end. But my god, what a performance. Apparently a great show from us as well, which is good. So yeah, we have a new champion. It's Danny Black. After Lucian Phillips held the title for 335 days. Unfortunately for him, he didn't quite make the year, unlike Nightshade, who definitely has. So, yeah, we are going to, what's the word? We're going to do one more show. I might do a Queen in the Ring to, at least start the Queen in the Ring. Because I need to do that to try and get a worthy opponent for Nightshade here. Because it's been 63 days once again since she's defended the title, and she's probably going to be annoyed. But yeah, we're going to do one more show this episode, and I'll see you guys there. It is the last show of the episode, and it's going to be the start of the Queen of the Ring tournament for 2026. I've made a few sign-ins, and I've accidentally also completely messed up and signed 2 people that have retired. I'm a genius. Anyway, we are going to just give them both the night off. So I hired this person because I was like, oh my god, they've got good psychology, good technicals, good basics. They're $40 a show. Oh my god, this is a bargain. And they're retired. And they won't come out of retirement. Oh, but don't worry. I signed this person. They're called Charlie Morgan. They're, wow, they're great. They've got great psychology, great basics, good technicals. They've got charisma. Oh my god, they're $30 a show. And, they're retired. Yeah. Luckily, I've only got them here on 3-month contracts. So I'm just going to give them both a night off. Sod it. I'm not going to use them. But yeah. We're going to once again use a generic venue. We're going to store some points this month because we don't have too many. Locker room incidents. Charlene Carville won a video game tournament. Nice. Wild Boar and Courtney Bruce butted heads backstage. I mean, she's an MMA fighter. Okay. I get it. They are opposite. And Eddie Dennis is continuing to train everyone. We are going to pull another rib on someone this time. Hopefully this goes well. We are going to do a rib on Golden Boy Santos. And it went well. Yeah, we're going to book this show. It is the start of a new tournament. Let's see how it goes today. Yeah, see you guys there. Okay, we are back. We have 2 debuts on tonight's show, and a couple storylines advancing as well. We have the return of the Queen in the Ring. We have a weird tag team match that I've decided on, and the debut of Wild Boar in the main event. So without further ado, since this episode has gone on pretty long already, let's get right into this. We don't have a storytelling match. We'll go with this one. Why not? Right, book segment. Starting right now. We start the show with Olivia. She opens the show and announces that starting today, for the next 3 months, we are going to have the Queen of the Ring tournament for 2026. And yeah, we've got 2 new wrestlers joining the women's division, hopefully trying to make a name for themselves in this tournament. However, neither of them start the show. We have Amale versus Kira Chimera kicking off the show, with Amale getting the win. So once again, Kira Chimera is knocked out in the first round, after Amale wins with the spinning reverse STO. And yeah, interesting choice, I know, but it makes sense, I swear. So yeah, not a bad start to the show. Both of them scored a 31. Amale needs a better gimmick, that's for certain. We'll work on that soon. Then, I forgot to put Jim Hunter on this. Whoops. We have Joseph Connors. He comes to the ring and with Jim Hunter behind him. And he says, over the past few months, Jim, you have become a new man. Changed man in this company. You were the locker room leader as the British champion, who everyone looked up to, but now I'm going to show you what it means to be feared and respected. So he's going to teach Jim his ways in this match. this is weird because I did pick a winner. Okay. So the winner, we have a random tag match in this one. We have Joseph Connors and Jim Hunter versus Matthew Horgan and Cameron Kai. Cameron Kai needs a new gimmick. It's getting stale. It's not annoying. Yeah, both these guys need a new gimmick. But yeah, Jim Hunter wins after hitting Cameron Kai with a swanton. Both the heels scored a 45, with Cameron Kai getting a 31 and Matt Horgan getting a 28. So Cameron Kai is putting in good performances now as well. But damn. Then we have another match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. We have the debut of Sky Smithson. And yeah, she works for, well, in the game, she started off working at Progress. She actually has a training school. She started to train some people. It's called Cobra Wrestling. That's why I know of her. I think that's the same Sky Smithson anyway. I don't know if there's anyone else with that wrestling name. Probably not. But yeah, she wins this match just with a random dropkick after defeating Charlene Carville. Sky Smithson gets a 39, Charlene gets a 15, and it's part of the Queen of the Ring tournament. She is the villainess. It's a Weasley underdog gimmick. She is an amazing heel. She's got a good gimmick. Both of them have decent gimmicks. Then, just before the main event, Mike Bird makes his way to the ring with only 2 of his followers this time. With Shirley Hurst and Wild Boar. And he's holding the British Championships, despite not actually being the champ. Says that at MWF 20, him and his group, the Red Dragon, well, he says that him and his group, the Red Dragon, so we know its name now, are here, and we're here to make a statement. We are the best wrestlers in this company and the biggest threat to anyone who chooses to stand in our way. And tonight, the Wild Boar is going to show you all why he should be feared as he goes against Maverick Mayhew. I need to work on these promos because I wrote that really badly. Basically, these guys say that they are the biggest threats in this company, and hopefully the main event is decent to show it. And it's not too bad. Wild Boar gets a 38, Maverick Mayhew gets 28. It's the Rise of the Dragon storyline has advanced. Not a bad main event. We get a decent reaction from the crowd. And yeah, that's about it for this show. 37 rated show. Not too bad. We are going to address the locker room. I'm going to give Kira Chimera. Oh, that's Jim Hunter. Kira Chimera. She was good. And I will also say that Cameron Kai was good as well. Financial report, we did lose $182. I think I messed up and accidentally had Eddie Dennis as a road agent when he wasn't supposed to be. But oh well. We have made it to tiny ranking. We are 17 popularity in the south of England. That means we go up a level. Finally, after 7 episodes, we've made it to the second lowest level. This is going to be a long save, isn't it? We finally made it, which means we can start spending money on better wrestlers again. I'm now justified in getting more expensive people. But yeah, decent show. We have risen to tiny. Yeah. Finally. Following their recent growth, now is a very dangerous time for the MWF. For the next few months, they will walk the line between confidence and overconfidence as they look to capitalise on their current success without overreaching and damaging their own long-term prospects. And yeah, we've leveled up. Now, what happens? I don't know. I need to figure out, we're going to go through some things real quick. Not investments, production. So we don't have any rivals, apparently, which is good. However, as here, your production handles the look and feels. Red text indicates potential penalty. So, now that we've leveled up, I am going to upgrade our music because I'm worried we're going to get copyrighted and lose a lot of money. So that's what I'm going for straight away. We don't have broadcasters yet, so we're not going to worry about that. Live events are fine. Production values, I think, are fine for the time being. But yeah, we need 16 active wrestlers on the roster. We've got 28, so we're fine there. Storylines, they're all extremely hot, which is great. And yeah, the tournament has started. And hopefully in the next episode we will have a decent show, decent tournament. That's what we need more than anything right now. I've accidentally spoiled one of the signings, so we might as well go for it now. That's not right. So, we have signed people we did sign. Obviously, the ones that are no good, not to worry about. We've got, where is she? So Sapphire Reed, or is it Sapphire Reed? I don't know. I recognise the name slightly. She is here. She is on $130 a show, so she is our most expensive wrestler. But I mean, she looks pretty good. Guy Smithson also looks pretty good. She is on $100 a show. And yeah, that is good. We have actually our most expensive is Eddie Dennis, who is probably gonna want a pay rise because he's still only on a handshake deal. Because I was only having him as a road agent, but I feel like at this point we might have him wrestling as well. I'll look at his match history and just see how he's been doing. Not great. I don't know. I need to keep Eddie Dennis around because he's part of the storyline now. But we'll look. He was the Atlas champion. So what kind of rating was he getting there? 42s, which is decent for us. Is he worth $140 though? Is the question. $160. Sorry. He is popular. That's probably why he's so expensive. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm fine with him just being a road agent at the moment. But yeah. Who else is, let's see what other people we have that are kind of expensive. I think Lee Hunter and Joseph Connors are the next two most expensive. Yeah. Well, that's definitely interesting. I could easily have just looked at this. But we do have contracts coming up. We need to figure out what we're going to do with pretty much everyone here. Interesting. So Jeter and Charlie Morgan are both going to go, though. I know that much. We're going to look at the creative meeting just before we end the episode, just to see if anything's changed. And we have our franchise players here now. We've got Joseph Connors is our number one guy, which is fair enough. Rain Leverkusen is somehow number 2 still. Don't know how that's happened. Has she been wrestling? Yeah, she's done a few matches every now and then. Third is Sapphire Reed. I mean, yep, that's probably accurate. Mike Bird is number 4 and Guy Smithson is number 5. The next big things is nobody, but we've got some hot prospects, and Joe Lando has moved into there. Okay. I quite like Joe Lando. He is quite good, but he's definitely more of a tag team guy at the moment. We've got people who can talk the talk. Greg Burridge. I could make him a manager, but I kind of want him to be a color commentator if I can, even though he has got good charisma. Showstoppers have Joseph Connors, Charles Crowley, Mike Bird, Sophia Reed, and Lee Hunter. Ring generals, more of the same. It's Jim Hunter, Lee Hunter, Joseph Connors, Nightshade, and Mike Bird. We'll look at the momentum. Lucian Phillips has momentum on his side. So is Danny Black, Nightshade, Connors, and Mike Bird. Who doesn't? Joe Lando, Malik, Eddie Dennis, Francisco, and Charles Crowley. I've done that in the weirdest order. And we're going to look at some hidden gems to see who we could potentially sign. Got Brett Semtex. No, thank you. Joking. Amir Jordan. He's not bad. He hasn't got the highest psychology. He's got charisma. Could be a good mid-carder, potentially. Don't know. We'll take a look at his match history. He's been doing a lot with KAW. His most recent match was at Total Eclipse, where he scored a 50. Oh, okay. That was up north, though, where he's probably more popular. Yeah. We've got Session Moth Martina. That's a name I recognise, but she is very expensive. I can't afford her at all. Grado is still there. I would still love to get Grado in at some point. Grado is just funny. He just is. He's basically a legend in British wrestling at this point. And JJ Gale, who is somebody I've shortlisted and is potentially going to bring in soon. I don't quite know for certain yet, but he does look quite promising. But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. We've gone through the creative meetings, we've gone through the storylines, we've made it to Tiny, and in the next episode, we might be getting rid of some of the, I guess, dead weight on our roster, and maybe upgrading to get some better wrestlers. Probably be a bit more expensive, but you have to spend money to make money in this world. But yeah, once we get to 20 popularity, we can get a broadcaster. Does anyone want to talk now? No. But yeah, we can get one of them soon. I think it's YouTube is the lowest one we need. But yeah. Thanks everyone for stopping by today. Hope you all have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys real soon with the next one. Bye bye for now.